Question is, why do you think I'm wearing these goofy glasses? Well, that's because we're talking about tempered glass today and its importance in the auto industry. Joining me from the Imagination Station is our good friend, Chief Scientist Carl Nelson. Morning to you, Carl.
Good morning. Good morning.
We've got all the safety equipment on right now. We're talking glass.
Absolutely.
But we're gonna have some fun with this.
We're going to do some material science. We're going to test out some properties of different kinds of glass. You know, I thought because of the auto show going on, it might be cool to look at some of the glass that's inside your car.
Okay.
All right. So, I mean, the simplest thing you can imagine would be a pane of glass, maybe from a window.
Okay.
You'd find this in
fairly thin, right?
In your rear view mirrors. Yeah.
Okay.
This one is really thin, probably 1/16 of an inch or so. And so this one should be relatively easy to break. All right,
I like
so
the sound of this.
we're gonna test out its properties here. So just to protect us a little bit, go ahead and take that mallet and give it a whack.
Just give it a little whack.
Give it a whack. Wow, that was a big whack. Okay, so
That's how we work.
but that's okay. Let's check this out. Now, what's nice about this, what's bad about this sort of glass, is that you get really sharp,
Yes.
pointy edges.
Yes, you do.
Okay, you break a mirror, you break a window. This is very dangerous.
Hey, we're really dangerous. I mean, there's some big time pieces in here, Carl.
Well, I think that was part of the result of your really good whack there on the glass. That was nice.
Yeah. Can we do this? Can we take this around the studio? I don't think my boss is with.
I'll leave it with you. I'll leave it with you when we leave. Now, that's just plain old regular glass, a
Okay.
pane of glass. The next step up to try to make it a little safer, a little tougher, would be to laminate a sheet of glass, okay? So take a piece of glass like this,
Okay.
and then you would take a sheet of a resin, like a polyvinyl butyrol is what this is, okay?
And it's still see-through, still transparent,
Well,
correct?
it isn't right now, but if you laminate the glass like that, and then
okay.
you would roll it through some heat, the resin would melt, you would press the two sheets of glass together, and what you'd end up with is a really nice piece of glass. And this is actually a piece where that, if you look on the edge, you might be able to see there's sort of a little line.
Yeah, I could see that. It's sort of like it been smashed together and bonded by that,
Bonded
correct?
together, exactly. This is what you're going to find in a windshield of a car.
Okay.
Okay, because you don't want this to happen to your windshield.
All right.
That'd be bad.
That would be very bad.
So we're going to have you do the same deal with the mallet there on
Okay.
this piece of glass.
Okay. I won't be gentle.
No, full force is fine. Go ahead.
Okay, all righty.
Go for it. All right. What's nice about this is you get that spider web sort of effect.
Yeah.
The glass still breaks. You still get those sharp points in there, but it's all held together by that resin, so you're not going to have this sort of flying into the vehicle.
Right.
And alternatively, if you're unfortunate enough not to be wearing a seatbelt, you won't go flying through the glass of the windshield.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this is
you see
really
that
tough.
too when you're driving on the car. A truck kicks up a rock and it hits your windshield.
Yep.
It doesn't completely shatter your windshield. It looks just like that.
You might get that little spider webbing, and that resin is holding the glass together. So
I just get so frustrated when that happens.
I know. Well,
though.
you know what? That's great. That's great because I have another kind of glass. So this is your windshield,
Okay.
but on the side of your vehicle, you have side panel windows
Right.
like this. This is like from some SUV. This is actually tempered glass. So starting with the broken glass we started with here, if you were to take a piece of this and heat it up till it kind of almost starts to melt, and then quickly blow some cold air on it. All right?
That's got to get pretty hot to get that glass to melt there.
We don't want it to melt. You want to
Okay.
get it kind of soft. You'll get soft and a little bit squishy. You blast it with cold air. The cold air will cool the upper surface. It'll sort of shrink up. But the inside is still expanding. So you're going to get compressive stress on the outside and sort of tensile stress on the inside. You're going to store up a lot of energy in that
So
glass.
energy is going to strengthen
It's going
the
to
glass.
strengthen the glass, exactly. And so,
Mel's taking pictures.
No, I'm taking notes because, you know.
Mel's taking notes. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
oh, look at that. That's
Carl, what
beautiful.
kind of glass is this?
This is...
A broken
can get-
iPhone.
Hold it right there. We'll get an overhead
broken
shot.
iPhone.
This is Mel's cell phone right here.
Here you go, as
And,
I dropped it. Can you tell?
It has broken glass on it.
Exactly. It's toughened glass or tempered glass, just like this side
Okay.
window. So this is another use where you find it in your iPhones or your cell phones. So thank you very much for
Thank
that.
you. I just wanted to show you that.
Let's see how tough
That
this
doesn't
is.
surprise me. All right.
No.
So I could give this one a pretty good whack too.
Give it a try. No, I should point out, if you did this to a side window of a car with a mallet like that, it might explode because there's lots of energy built up in that glass or stored in the glass.
We are not advocating breaking into vehicles
No.
here, okay?
So what I've done is I put some tape on the back to hold this all together. If you were to break this without the tape on the back, you would have a shower of glass inside the studio here. We don't want that.
We do not want
So
that.
go ahead and give it a whack.
Okay.
Go ahead and give it another
Really?
whack. Give it another one. There we go. Now,
I got angry.
you got angry, and so check that out. What happens is, this glass, because it's under that sort of compressive stress and tensile stress, will break up into tiny little shards. it's like safety glass.
Right.
Okay. This is what a shower, a glass shower window would be made out of. The trays in your refrigerator, the side and rear windows of your vehicle. And the deal here is, you were hitting on that.
I was wailing pretty good on it.
Pretty hard. A way that you can actually do this and break the glass without having to hit it so hard, and you've probably seen those little, actually forgot to bring my little sharp pointy device.
Yes.
Those escape hammers.
I have one in my car.
Okay.
A little sharp point on the end.
Little sharp point on the end. And that sharp little point will break the stress on the outside. So this mallet actually has like a metal surface on the side. Let's see if with just a gentle tap we can.
Right on this. Because you need
Still not going to do it. But if we had that sharp pointy little thing, it would shatter the glass and allow you to escape. You certainly wouldn't want...
Rescue crews have those as well.
Yeah.
So the firefighters, EMS would have that.
That's why you don't want this kind of glass on your side window, because in an emergency you wouldn't be able to break out.
They can't break you out.
But you need that sharp pointy thing to sort of break through that toughened layer on the outside of the glass.
Anytime you can come in, Carl, and we can bust up things, I am all for that. That's a lot of fun. You guys are always busy at the Imagination Station. Yeah. Brand new exhibit is going to be coming in at the end of this month. What do you guys have going on?
It's called Mindbender Mansion. It is all about problem solving and puzzles and brain teasers. Opens on the 28th.
Okay, so we have the end of this month, a new and exciting event coming to the Imagination Station.
Carl, check it out.
Absolutely, we appreciate you having you along and having you in the studio.